Hello, everyone, and welcome to tournaments. Yes, the regular season has concluded, and we begin the sectional play here at John Glenn High School. Howard Twiggs and Zach Chrisman, glad to be here for the ride, and we expect a good game, Zach. Tonight is the Muskies of John Glenn, 18-4. They host these Minerva Lions, 10-12 on the campaign, but a very competitive team.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm looking for a very physical basketball game tonight. A lot of weight's going to be thrown around. You know, this is what we've been playing for all year, Howard. I mean, this is exactly where you want to be. You're here in the playoffs. You want to start with a bang, get out here, get to a big lead, and keep your playoff hopes alive.
This game will be the Division IV Eastern District opening of the sectional. The winner will play Philo on Friday night. So John Glenn, should they win tonight, Zach, very close opponent, very familiar opponent in Philo. We don't want to get too far ahead.
No.
We also want to look ahead that John Glenn could be in pretty good shape if they get past this one and then looking at Philo Friday.
For sure, and that's something, like you said, Howard, you know, it's a well-known a rival, well-known foe, somebody that you've seen in the regular season. Now, sometimes that can make it easier. Sometimes that can make it harder because just like you know their tricks, they know yours as well. And like you said, we don't want to look too forward here. The Lions are going to come out here and play a very competitive basketball game tonight. They're going to be physical. They're going to be deliberate with the ball on offense. And we're going to see how John Glenn can maybe disrupt that and take themselves to a victory tonight.
When we look at John Glenn, three things stand out for all of us, Zach. Number one is they pressure the basketball full court. Number two, they have incredible depth, maybe as much as anybody in the league. I would say of the three teams who play the most kids in the MVL, it would be Maysville, West, and John Glenn. And I think John Glenn might be right up there because I think they're going to play 10 kids, all 84 feet.
Right. Yeah, I would throw John Glenn at the top of that list for having the deepest rotation. You look at a team like Maysville, as great as a team they are, they genuinely run 6, 7 guys. 7, we'll call it 7. 2 guys off the bench, and, you know, if they get up to a lead, some of the other guys will come in. But I would definitely say John Glenn has the both benefit of having that depth, but they also know when to use it and when not to use it. You don't have to throw all the bodies out all the time. But it's just one of those things where I think that's going to be a thing that if Minerva can't keep up with all the fresh bodies and fresh legs coming in and that full court press and the pressure, and John Glenn's not afraid to foul. They will foul you, they will send you to the line and make you earn it.
You know, the third point that we have besides the pressure, defense, the depth, Zach, is these John Glenn outfit, they can really shoot the basketball. You know, they are very, very good on the perimeter. If you give any one of 3 or 4 guys a second, he's going to bury a tray. Right.
Yeah, they've got lots of shooters on the squad, and they're led by point guard Will Nikolazakis, who kind of quarterbacks the offense here for John Glenn, and great court vision, great ball handler. Always keeps his eyes open, even when driving into the lane, looking for the kickouts, looking for people like Steel Bates, people like that, that he can, kind of help keep this offense thriving without him actually having to take the basketball up and into the can.
Cooper Briggs, C.J. Dolan, Braden Davis, all 3 of those guys along with Bates, they can really get it going on the 3 ball. For Minerva, as you mentioned, Zach, they're a very patient offensive team.
Right.
You know, they like to just play good, as you said, hard-nosed, tough defense. I think it'll be an interesting battle in the sense that if Minerva can handle the John Glenn pressure, and it becomes a slugfest,
Definitely.
A half-court game, officiating comes into play, and also the pace and the tempo come into play. So Minerva, let's call it a boxing analogy, they have a puncher's chance in this game.
They sure do. And like you said, Howard, we may get into this first quarter, and the refs may really leave the whistle kind of on the belt, as they say, and they might not call everything ticky-tacky to begin with, but that's something that John Glenn is going to have to keep in mind because as physical and as powerful of a defense as they have, if you get a couple of these guys in foul trouble, then, you're really looking at something else. You're going to have to take them out. You're going to have to make something else work. But tonight, I think you're right. I think that's about the best analogy that I can think of. A puncher's chance is exactly what Minerva has tonight.
Speaking of Minerva, they are 10-12, but again, a good 10-12. They play in that Eastern Buckeye League. Carrollton, some other good teams in that league. So it's a very, very good and balanced league. They're 10-12, 5-6 away under Coach Rich Hart Offensively at 55 a game. Defensively, they surrender just 50 points a game. So when you look at them on paper, on balance, expect them, if they want to win, to go into this low scoring.
Right. Yeah, looking at Minerva, some of the top scorers for the offense here, Owen Schick at 12 points per game, Jaden Yerger at 13 points per game, and Rowan Hoffey at 15 points per game. And he also just dropped a 40 ball against Salem a couple nights ago. So, I mean, that's some momentum to be coming off of. I never put up 40 in a basketball game. I don't know about you, Howard. That's not easy to do.
That's when you played for the Woolly Mammoths.
That was it.
That's right.
You were there. Awesome.
You know what? I covered that game.
I knew you were a fan. Thank you.
You were great.
Thank you.
So the Minerva Lions, they don't have a lot of size inside, Zach.
No, they don't.
So again, they're going to depend on just half court, battle it out, slug it out. For John Glenn under Coach Eric Scheck, 18-4 on the season, and their losses were all on the road, obviously, at Coshocton by 2, at Marietta by 1.
Oof.
Tri-Valley, they were handled on the road by 18, 71-53. And New Philly, another really good basketball team.
Those are 4 really good basketball teams. I mean,
yeah, and the kicker for me for John Glenn, they won at Maysville earlier in the season, 71-63. These guys aren't going to blink.
No.
Maysville got that top seed, and I don't know. We weren't there to see what kind of debate there was, but I'll bet you the thinking was very close between Maysville, John Glenn, who was going to get that top seed. Unfortunately for the Muskies, they did draw the 2 seed, but they're okay.
Right, and it's one of those things, like you said, going into Maysville and playing a basketball game is no easy feat. That gym is loud, that team is good, the band is pumping, everybody, the student section's into it, everybody's having a good time. That is not an easy place to go into as an away basketball team, but still, they go in there and they brought out a win 71-63. So there's no reason to say that they can't do that again here come playoff time.
Down the road. Offensively for John Glenn, they are at 70.5 points a game. They can really fill it up. Defensively outstanding, Zach. They just give up 51 points per game, a difference of 19 points.
Yeah.
They do have a couple of common opponents. They both played Garraway.
Okay.
John Glenn won 68-41.
Okay.
And Minerva lost to Garraway 81-65. They both played Tusky Valley. John Glenn won 62-37. Minerva won 62-53. So if you like to make comparisons, you would think that John Glenn was able to score on those guys, whereas Minerva, they put up points, but they weren't able to put up that points against Garraway when they gave up 81. So for comparison's sake, you look, John Glenn may have an advantage based on the common opponents.
Sure, yeah, and if you look at it like that on paper, you can definitely draw those conclusions. And it's one of those things too that, and who's to say? I didn't watch that game. Was Garraway running a bunch of full court press? Was there pressure on the ball? Were there a bunch of turnovers?
Fouls?
Yeah, did they get into foul trouble? And that could definitely be one of those things. I look for Minerva tonight to come out, run their offense like we talked about, slow and steady. They like to shoot the 3 ball, and if they start hitting early and often, it's going to be a long night for John Glenn, and they're going to have to think about what they're going to do with them.
The Muskies are expected to start. Steele Bates, the 6-foot junior, 18.7 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 3.8 assists. CJ Dolan, the 6-foot junior, at 13 points per game, 3 rebounds. They're a leading assist guy at 4.5 per game. Braden Davis, 6'3 junior, also in doubles at 13 points per game. Cooper Briggs, 6'1 junior, at 7 points per game. And Will Nikolazakis, the 5'9 senior, at 5 points a game. So John Glenn, basically a young basketball team starting 4 juniors.
Right. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing to have. You want to look forward to the future, and you got these guys for another year. So anything that you guys they can do this year in the tournament for experience-wise and all that good stuff, this is exactly what you want to see if you're the coach here. If you're Coach Eric Scheck, you want to see your guys get in there, get some experience, get in some real ball games, and see where they can take them forward.
We also mentioned the John Glenn depth. They've got 5 guys coming off the bench. Cole Robinson, Andrew Glob, Ben Stom, Noah Deaver, and Oakley Zemensky. So those guys combined for nearly 12 points a game off the bench for John Glenn. So We expect a good basketball game tonight, as it's the Minerva Lions here in the sectional opener at 10-12 for the season, and the John Glenn Muskies under Coach Eric Scheck, 18-4 on the season. Again, we mentioned they are 10-0 at home. The winner of this game plays WILE. And we also want to mention that this game is being live streamed, and it's also brought to you by AVC Sports. We will also have a player of the game, which is brought to you by Lock 9 Pizza, in addition to all of our great sponsors. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll come back with the basketball game, so stay with us. You're listening to the sectional opener.
385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at The Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Experience luxury and power like never before with the Ford F-150. Available now at Doane Ford. With its sleek exterior, EcoBoost V6 engine, and low miles, these F-150s are ready for any adventure. Enjoy modern conveniences like power windows, locks, cruise control, and a climate-controlled cab. Don't miss out on this exceptional driving experience. Visit Doane Ford today, located at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road, or visit them online at DoaneFord.com.
I'm not buying till I check Doane Ford.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121. Follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client, you're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
Spectrum Sales, 1927 East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, is your one-stop metal shop. They feature heat-formed metal provided by North Star Metals, as well as vinyl siding and other products from MRV Supply. Now offering a new pattern of metal board and batten, which is becoming a much sought-after item in the barn-dominium home production, as well as being an alternative to vinyl siding for those who just want a new look with an old-style feel. They have a spectrum of colors available to choose from. Stop by and visit their shop or give them a call, 740-432-4484. They'd be honored to show you why they can be your one-stop metal shop. Quality and service will not be compromised. Spectrum Sales, 1927 East Wheeling Avenue, Cambridge. Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
And we welcome you back to John Glenn High School. Tonight's sectional opener between Minerva and John Glenn. And we do have information from the OHSAA that we shall read. And that says this basketball game between John Glenn High School and Minerva High School is being broadcast through the cooperation of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The Ohio High School Athletic Association is a voluntary, nonprofit educational organization through which member schools work cooperatively to adopt the standards and regulations that guide their interscholastic activities. The upholding of these standards and the adherence to the regulations helps to provide more wholesome and educationally worthwhile activities for student athletes grades 7 through 12. The schools participating in this contest consider interscholastic athletics as an integral part of the educational program and primarily for the purpose of making better men and women out of their students. Unless it accomplishes this, it cannot be justified in the high school program. So thank you, OHSA, for the information. So Zach, the Minerva Lions, they show up in the traveling red uniforms with the gray trim and the white numerals.
I'm not going to lie, looking like the 2010s Buckeyes with those uniforms. I dig it. I dig it. I like it a lot.
No names on the back, but still very sharp. By the way, scoreboard updates. Bradley lending team with First Ohio Energy has brought you updates all season. Player of the game will be for John Lentz by Lock 9 Pizza. Our sponsors tonight, Spectrum Sales, State Farm, Allen Hunter, People's Bank, WB Green Insurance, Doan Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Wakefield Dental, Surgeon Construction, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, and Valentine Insurance. Once again, starting lineups for Minerva: Owen Schick, Jordan Yerger, Rowan Hoffey, Braxton Keister, and Braden Wood. For the home Muskies in the white with the maroon numerals and trim, they will go with Cooper Briggs, C.J. Dolan, Will Nikolazakis, Braden Davis, and Steele Bates. And Zach, we're ready to go.
Let's do it. I'm excited for a good basketball game here, Howard.
Tournament action is upon us, and every player around the state this week, they all get renewed enthusiasm and excitement. Regular season's over, it doesn't matter. The new season starts now.
That's right.
Tip underway, controlled by John Glenn. Will Nikolazakis with the basketball, swings to the right. Ball on the side to C.J. Dolan. Dolan will swing back around, and with the ball is Steele Bates back on top to the high post, and then a kick out. Look inside, throw back, three ball, nope, drive instead. Look back inside, layup is good.
Nice ball movement there by John Glenn on the opening possession. Way to find Braden Davis there on the left block for a nice layup, as now Minerva's going to have to deal with this press defense that John Glenn has thrown at him.
Yeah, they double teamed literally
immediately.
3 times. Yeah, once, twice, and then right across half court. Great pressure by the Muskies early. With the ball and then throwing it out of bounds.
Little
Turnover.
confusion.
Yep, Rowan Hoffey couldn't handle it. John Glenn, 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. They have the basketball back with Steele Bates. Left-handed dribble across the timeline goes to C.J. Dolan to the right wing. Then another look inside for Davis. Picks up the dribble, goes back on top. Cooper Briggs back inside. Steele Bates, great looking pass, shot up, no good. Rebound offensively and good by C.J. Dolan. Here it comes.
Yep, and here we go.
2-1-2, three-quarter court press. There's the double. Reversal by Minerva. They swing it around. They still hold. Nope. Ooh.
We're going to get a foul.
Yeah, John Glenn nearly had the steal, but they'll call the foul. That will be on Braden Davis. By the way, excellent officiating crew tonight. Scott Anders, Adrian Williams, Buddy Spraggins. Know them all? I've seen them all.
I've seen them all.
I think at least 2 of them have technicalized me or teed me up at some point down the road.
But you're not keeping track of that, though. You're not holding any grudges, right?
Yeah. Basketball in Minerva's hands. They hold on the side with Braxton Keister. He will reverse, nearly a steal by John Glenn. Back to Minerva. They'll go inside, score the layup. Good looking shot that time by Keister.
Yeah, nice little left-handed layup there to get their first points of the game, as John Glenn now has the ball on their side of the floor.
Nikolazakis kicking over to Briggs. Back on top, they swing it around. Bounce pass to the baseline. Long skip pass by Davis. Holding is Dolan. Right to the middle of the paint. Steele Bates, little runner up, not there. Rebounded offensively by Keister, I should say defensively. And then Minerva up on the run, so John Glenn really pushing the tempo. They will kick from the corner, 3-ball air ball, and then a double team on the rebound from Briggs. And John Glenn will take the timeout. So Coach Scheck kind of got a little surprised there with the double team on the rebound. Really a nice move by Minerva.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you have to do if you're Minerva in this spot right now. You know, you're kind of the underdog. You're the lower seed. You got to pull out all the stops tonight against this John Glenn team that you know is going to put pressure on you. So let's see how they like it. Let's try to surprise them and get them back on their hind heels.
So it's 4-2 John Glenn. Early moments of the first quarter. C.J. Dolan has a basket. Braden David has a bucket. And Braxton Keister for Minerva. Steele Bates will be the inbounder. Minerva, as we thought, will sprint back. They don't want to get John Glenn up and running too much. C.J. Dolan crosses the timeline, drives into the middle of the lane, and then kicks back over to Cooper Briggs. Briggs to the corner, back to the baseline, stolen away by Minerva. They were trying to get Braden Davis on that half spot of the basket. Double teamed on the left wing. Drive by Schick. He is double.
Got him trapped.
Yep, got it out. Did Minerva. They will. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say, they will shoot the three with Braxton Keister, and then Braden Davis just deposited, I'd say 5 rows deep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he could have seen that wide open three coming any sooner. He was right there.
I'm surprised they found the basketball that quick.
Might have put a dent in the wall.
Inside, and then a kick out back, stolen away by John Glenn. Here comes Steele Bates. He will drive with the left hand, spin, dribble up, scores the basket.
Nice move down there in the paint, little spin move, bring it up with the right hand and put it in. Also, nice steal by Nicholas Zakis there to get that fast break running.
6-2, John Glenn backs the press up a little bit. And Nicholas Zakis going to get caught with a cheapie.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. That one was a little cheap, but still, if you're in there, you got your hand in the cookie jar, they're going to call it.
4:56 to go, first quarter, 6-2 in favor of John Glenn. Minerva will inbound the basketball. Again, nearly stolen away by C.J. Dolan. Active hands for the Muskies.
You were talking pregame about how these guards can jump, and I didn't really believe you, but yeah, that's exactly what C.J. Dolan just did there.
Ball inside to Braxton Keister. And he will bounce pass to Owen Schick. Schick drives right, kicks back. 3 ball on the way, not there by Yerger, rebounded by Davis of John Glenn. Up they come, the Muskies. That's Nicholas Zakis. Nearly a steal by Minerva. And they will throw back inside. And John Glenn will kick out. Steele Bates on the drive. Goes inside to Davis. Back on top. They will reset things. The reason that John Glenn is in this half spot on the drive by Bates that we'll get to in a second is because Minerva's in a 2-3, and the half spot is where you put your big post player underneath the basket.
Right on that baseline.
And the defense in that 2-3 can't guard that spot because they lose contain.
Exactly.
Back comes Minerva, and another block by Braden Davis.
Have yourself a game, Braden. Have yourself a game. That's 2 blocks already here early on in the first quarter. Love the intensity he's playing with.
Jordan Yerger will inbound underneath his own basket. 4 minutes to go. 3 ball on the way from the corner. Bang. Nice looking shot by Braxton Keister. He has the 5 of Minerva, but quickly comes John Glenn. They go back to that half spot on top. 3 ball on the way. Bang for John Glenn.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
C.J. Dolan, almost another steal by John Glenn's Dolan. Substitution for the Muskies. It will be Andrew Glob coming in. Taking a seat will be Will Nikolazakis.
So Andrew Glob probably going to come in here and take over the point guard duties for Nikolazakis.
He's another one of those 3-point shooters. Rowan Hoffey will reverse and then get the ball back. John Glenn falls back. Another turnover. Yep. So John Glenn, a different press that time. It wasn't a double team, but it was pressure on the ball. Minerva did not adjust it. They throw it away. They'll sprint back into the 2-3.
And that pass right there was a shoestring lace away from being a kicked ball.
High post, Steele Bates. Oh, he throws it away. Braxton Keister on the steal. Gets ahead to Jordan Yerger. They break the timeline with Rowan Hoffey. And they have the basketball. Nearly another steal by John Glenn. They will go back to the outside. Swing it around,
nice.
Stolen away. And that is on the steal, Glob. Glob centers the ball to Davis. Steele Bates gets the high ball screen from Davis. He'll take the three off the iron, rebounded by Keister of Minerva. Another steal by John Glenn, and an easy looking layup right there for C.J. Dolan. He has 7.
As we talked about in the pregame, this John Glenn defense is really making their presence known.
And the pressure's outstanding. Across the timeline with the dribble comes Minerva. And they have it, and driving for a nice bounce pass, and then a foul called on John Glenn. As Yerger trying to make a connection, and I think it's going to go on Dolan. That's his third. Substitution for John Glenn will be Cole Robinson, and he will replace Cooper Briggs. So, you know, John Glenn already has these guys on the run. Here's that depth you were talking about, Zach.
Exactly. And that was a nice little hop step there by Yerger there, but just couldn't quite get the pass where he needed to go. Gets kicked out of bounds.
Inbounds pass for Minerva. They will shoot from the corner. Long three is bang. That's Owen Schick.
Owen Schick with his first triple of the night.
13-8. Minerva hanging around. John Glenn to the right wing. Bounce pass to the baseline, and Davis nearly another steal, but Bates gets it and shoots it in and out. Rebounded off to Minerva. That's Braxton Keister, and then a run out coming for.
Oh, and the foul.
Minerva.
They're going to call Glau.
Yep. And they're going to get Glau, so a 3-point play opportunity. So quick as you can wink, the Lions come a little comeback, and they have a chance to cut it within 2. Personal foul goes against Glob. That's his first. Free throw, back iron, rebounded by Steele Bates. Here comes John Glenn up 13-10. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. Nikolazakis back in. 3 ball on the way, in and off. Rebounded, tapped by Davis. Back on to the wing for Bates. He will kick to the corner. Another 3 ball on the way. It's good. Woo!
Cole Robinson. Nice shot from the corner there. Found the open man, and he finished the play for him.
There's a run and jump by John Glenn, Nikolazakis, and Bates. Nice job by Minerva of getting their press offense in order. John Glenn stays with the pressure on the basketball. Holding is Rowan Hoffey. Looks for a screen, nothing doing there, so he will kick around. And then a drive inside, and then a kick back to the corner. Another 3 ball on the way, in and out. Rebounded on the floor, it belongs to Minerva. They will drive baseline up and score the layup.
Nice offensive possession there by the Lions.
That's Keister.
Kind of a substitution in here. Cooper Briggs is going to come back into the game, as well as Lucas Blair coming in the game for the first time for the night.
16-12, John Glenn with the lead, with the ball, and they've already brought in 3 subs here in this first quarter. Minerva yet to sub. So at some point, Zach, it's going to cost Minerva a fatigue factor.
Most definitely. And that's what we talked about with the depth tonight.
Inside it goes, stolen away by Minerva again. And a whistle, foul on John Glenn. I think that's going to go against Lucas Blair, who's checked in.
Checked in and picked himself up a quick foul there, but yeah, as Yerger had the ball there, was going in the ground, tried to get rid of it, and they're going to call the foul there on that as he was going down to the ground.
A couple of free throws coming for Jordan Yerger. And yeah, John Glenn has put Minerva in the bonus. First one, got it.
Well, that's another thing that, I thought about, earlier, and we talked about in pregame, is something that, is physical and is the defense that John Glenn likes to play. Foul trouble could become a thing tonight.
One more free throw coming. In and out. Rebounded by Steele Bates. Down to 40 seconds. 3-point lead for John Glenn, 16-13. Bates drives, picks it back out. And then with the basketball, Bates has it after a pass from Briggs. Going inside, misses the shot, and then scores the basket, draws the foul. So going to the line will be Steele Bates.
Nothing wrong with doing it yourself when you can like that. Steele Bates drives in the lane, misses the first, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and gets the hoop in the arm. So we'll see if he can go to the line here and complete the 3-point play.
Jordan Yerger with the personal foul. That's team's first. 18-13 in favor of John Glenn. Steele Bates with 6, make it 7. Pressure coming again by John Glenn for that run and jump. Ooh, they pick up the dribble.
Yes.
This is Minerva. They are in trouble. and they get the timeout.
Ooh.
They were going to get a 10-second call, so
That was
John
close.
Glenn, that's twice the Muskies have changed a press here in this first quarter, Zach, and both times they've caught Minerva. One time on the steal, that time forcing them to take a timeout before the 10-second call. So John Glenn mixing it up. 19 points, by the way, here in this first quarter.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Coach Sheck wants to do. He wants to change it up. You want to throw some things at the Minerva Lions here that they haven't seen. Keep them guessing, keep them on their heels, and that's exactly what they did with that possession. As Coach Hart for Minerva calls a timeout to get his guys together and try to figure out what they're going to do to break this press.
19 and a half seconds to go. You know John Glenn's not going to give them any breaks here to try and give them the last shot. They will be all over the basketball. That's Hoffey with the guard by Andrew Glob. Hoffey between the legs dribble, tries to go right. Goes to Owen Schick. Schick drives inside, puts a scoop shot up, and then the ball knocked out of bounds. So John Glenn's going to get a shot, especially with Minerva not pressing. Well, now they're going to come up.
Here they go. As soon as you said that.
Yeah. So Coach Hart from the bench says, hey, get up there. We don't want to give them an easy shot. So Steele Bates will inbound to C.J. Dolan. Dolan at the buzzer from half court. It's going to be a little short. That's going to end an exciting first quarter from John Glenn, where the Muskies lead 19-13.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
Protect what matters most with Valentine Insurance right here in Cambridge. Whether it's your home, car, or business, our team is dedicated to finding the perfect coverage to fit your needs. We understand the importance of peace of mind, and we're here to make sure you're prepared for life's unexpected moments. With local expertise and personalized service, you can trust Valentine Insurance to keep you covered. Stop by or give us a call today at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
We begin the second quarter. Minerva having the basketball. For the Muskies, they will have Cooper Briggs on the floor, Braden Davis, Steele Bates, also C.J. Dolan, and Minerva with the basketball. They hold. Long ball for the three, in and out for Hoffey, and rebounded by Bates. Here comes Andrew Glob and throws into Braden Davis. Braden Davis scores inside.
What a pass.
Nearly another steal by Dolan. 21-13. Bates and Dolan on the double. Getting by the timeline is Minerva. They have the basketball. Rowan Hoffey. Checking in the lineup, by the way, is Ben Stom. He is guarding Owen Schick. Kick back on top for Keister. Keister goes inside. A little up and under. Not there for Braden Wood. And a rebound to the Muskies. That's going to be Steele Bates taking the three in transition off the iron. Rebounded by Braxton Keister. He looks to try and push, but John Glenn puts the defense clamp on him, and the backcourt comes. Yep. You know, John Glenn, they're so sneaky with how they change defenses in transition. Transitional defense for the Muskies as good as I have seen this year.
Yeah, I mean, Minerva trying to bring the ball up the court, that you can just see the confusion and frustration on all the players' face. They don't know who's going to come where or when they're going to come from, and it's really throwing them for a loop.
Long ball for three off the back iron by Briggs. Rebound loose on the floor, and then a foul call on Minerva as Steele Bates was fighting for it. So a personal foul goes against Minerva. That is Owen Schick's team's first here in the second quarter. Inbounding will be C.J. Dolan. Bates has it in the corner. Tries to dribble left. Drives inside. Puts a little runner up and good.
Very nice move. Gave it a little bit of a shot fake, got his defender on the hip, got up underneath him. Nice move.
10-point lead for John Glenn, 23-13. Nearly another steal for C.J. Dolan, getting across the timeline and then nowhere to go. And a steal by Bates. He's got a run out. He pump fakes up. Foul, no call. Rebound on the floor to John Glenn.
That was Stom on the rebound, number 13.
Bates holds, goes inside. Stom on the drive, off glass. Good.
Nice move. I don't even think he needed the glass on that one. He just kind of put it in all by himself there. Nice shot.
25-13. Minerva in a real dangerous spot. They may need another timeout if John Glenn scores another basket. They don't want to fall too far behind. Drive inside is Keister. He will kick, and then we get a player control foul going against Minerva. And it's on Keister, his first. And I'm thinking, Zach, John Glenn scores here. Minerva probably takes the timeout just to try and stop things.
I think so too, but had that foul not been called there, that was a nice shot from the 3-point there by Keister. That would have been a three to kind of stop this run, but alas, not for the Minerva Lions today.
Inside from Bates to Davis, gets his own rebound, and then a wide open 3-ball, good. C.J. Dolan. No timeout for Minerva. They're down 15. Nearly another steal by John Glenn, and Minerva's in trouble again as they pick up the dribble on the press offense. Oh, they're going to score on a run out.
No,
they missed the shot. They had a wide open offensive player, did Minerva.
Wow.
That was Braden Wood. He couldn't convert, and then Steele Bates in transition. Say goodnight on that one. And Coach Hart up off the bench. Is he going to take the TO? Nope. He's going to let him play it out. So 31-13, John Glenn all over Minerva here in the second quarter. 4:30 to go. To the corner. Long ball on the way is rejected by the Muskies. And then back to the corner.
Dolan wants
and
to get it
another
again.
one off the back. Iron. Rebounded by John Glenn. Braden Davis, and here come the Muskies.
Not too often you see a guard get a block there. Nice block by C.J. Dolan on that corner three as we get another three from John Glenn.
In and out, but an offensive rebound for the Muskies. And then Stom in the corner for the three off the iron. Rebounded by Minerva. 3:55 to go. 31-13, John Glenn. Minerva has not scored here in the second quarter. And then a running baseline drive. Not there, knocked out of bounds. Substitutions for John Glenn will be Will Naklazakis and Andrew Glob. Ryan Cassidy will enter the contest for Minerva. And a timeout called on the floor. Minerva's going to take the timeout, Zach. It's going to be a 30-second. So John Glenn here in this second quarter has outscored Minerva 12-0.
Yikes.
And the Muskies are putting it on Minerva at this point. And, you know, unfortunately for Minerva, the pressure for John Glenn's not going to let up.
No, it's definitely not.
I mean, they just keep running bodies at you. You know, they can shoot the lights out. They offensively rebound very, very well. John Glenn looking very good tonight here in this first half.
Yeah, the full court pressure by John Glenn has been definitely been a problem for Minerva. The other thing, and as you said, offensive rebounding. The offensive rebounds and second chance attempts is another thing that's going to bury Minerva if they can't seem to get that shut down.
Yeah, they stay 2-3, does Minerva. Will Nikolazakis with the basketball. Looks for a screen. Picks up the dribble. Goes to the top of the key. That's going to be Bates. Off the backboard. Rebounded on the miss by Minerva. And they will come with Braden Wood. And nearly another steal by John Glenn. They do knock it out of bounds. They're so handsy.
Yeah,
they are all hands on deck, John Glenn.
Yeah, very active hands in the passing lanes. And with this full court pressure, Minerva just doesn't know what's hit them so far.
And on the ball defensively is Andrew Glob. For Minerva, it's Rowan Hoffey. Hoffey picks up the dribble, gets the boom. A steal by Nikolazakis. And then a nice look inside in a basket by Rowan Hoffey. He has 4. And John Glenn 31-15, 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. That's Nikolazakis, left-handed dribble. gets help from Andrew Glove, swing it around, back to the top. Oh, stolen away by Minerva. And here come the Lions on a little bit of a run. Ooh, Nikolazakis going to get called for what?
No, they're gonna call that one on Hoffy, saying that he pushed off on Nikolazakis.
So the personal goes on Minerva, and that is their third here in the second quarter. 2:44 to go. John Glenn leads 31-15.
And I don't blame Hoffy on that. You're getting suffocated like that. Just give me some breathing room here, and the refs are calling that on the extended arm.
All right, so John Glenn with the basketball, up 16. They hold. Nikolazakis goes to the two-guard front, and then back to Cooper Briggs. Briggs inside, Nikolazakis back to Bates. Very active zone by Minerva, and then knocked away by Minerva. So John Glenn had good success in that first quarter using that half spot underneath. They've come here in the second quarter, Zach, using more of the high post offense.
Yeah, a lot more high post, a lot more pick and roll instead of relying as we get a steal here for Minerva. Oh, nope, never mind. I'm going to stay with
Nikolazakis. Stolen back by Minerva, and then a foul called on Nikolazakis.
But yeah, they were trying to run Davis down there on the baseline to get back behind that 2-3, as you alluded to earlier. But now, yeah, they're running a lot more high pick and roll and shooting the three ball with the green light.
2-1-2. Full press by John Glenn. Ball picked up. Trouble for Minerva. They just get it out of bounds. Whew. Knocked away. John Glenn nearly with another steal. Exactly 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back for John Glenn is Andrew Glob.
You know, all I see from that play is, you got to keep the wonderful ladies and gentlemen at the scorer's table on their toes with that ball.
Talk to Amy Toombs, the scorebook keeper for John Glenn. She's on it. Rowan Hoffy swing it around, then a drive, and then back on top. Minerva swings it around again. John Glenn, sticky defense. Minerva, thinking about the long ball. Instead, they will swing it around, then a three ball from the corner. Back iron by Yerger, and then a personal foul called on Minerva. And over the top call, substitution for John Glenn back into the game will be Ben Stom. Taking his seat will be Andrew Glob. Minerva going to pull a little bit of pressure on the ball now. And it looks like a 1-3-1 half-court trap for Minerva. Dribbling through it is John Glenn. That's Steele Bates. He will drive in with the left hand, lose it, pick it up by Minerva. Here they come on the run. It's a 2-on-1. John Glenn gets back. Minerva still has the basketball. They go on top. Nice look inside. Shot up. Back iron. Rebounded by John Glenn. And with the ball is Steele Bates. 1 minute to go here in the first half.
Yeah, let's see if John Glenn slows it down here if they continue to run their sets.
Stom swings it around to Bates on the baseline. Bates dribble. Look inside. Nearly knocked away by Minerva. That's Cole Robinson. Back to Bates. Bates left-handed dribble. Looks for a seam. Puts the shot up. Rebounded offensively by John Glenn's Robinson, but stolen away by Minerva. So Minerva making a little bit of noise here in this last few seconds of the first half. They will go inside, runners up, and it is good for Minerva.
Yeah, nice court vision to find the guy on the low right block there. That's going to be that's going to be Skylar Labb.
Skylar Labb has his first basket off the bench, and John Glenn down to 7 seconds. They get the high ball screen from Robinson. It's going to be Bates on the runner, back iron, rebounded by Minerva. So Minerva, give them a little bit of credit, Zach. They was 31-13. And they held John Glenn scoreless, I think, the last couple of minutes. They only scored 4, but they certainly stopped the bleeding with the defense there in that second quarter.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half. We'll see what Coach Hart has for his boys here in the halftime. See if they can come out here and make some hay with the momentum that they just made there at the end of the second quarter.
We are at the halftime break where John Glenn leads in the sectional opener Minerva by the score of 31-17. We will send it back to the studio for a moment or two. We'll come back with some halftime things, so do stay with us. You're listening to High School Basketball Tournament on WILE.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
Protect what matters most with Valentine Insurance right here in Cambridge. Whether it's your home, car, or business, our team is dedicated to finding the perfect coverage to fit your needs. We understand the importance of peace of mind, and we're here to make sure you're prepared for life's unexpected moments. With local expertise and personalized service, you can trust Valentine Insurance to keep you covered. Stop by or give us a call today at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
Looking for trusted dental care for the whole family? Dr. Darcy Wakefield and the team at Wakefield Dental have you covered. From pediatric to general and orthodontic care, they offer a full range of services. At Wakefield Dental, they focus on individualized treatment plans that not only create beautiful smiles, but build lasting confidence. Schedule your consultation today. Call 740-435-3100 or go to drwakefieldDDS.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
It's tournament time for winter sports all over the Buckeye State. More than 80 high schools in Ohio have a varsity hockey team. Some have a JV squad, others field a club hockey team. The Ohio High School Athletic Association has sanctioned the sport since 1978. Ryan Baker will be my guest. He'll be covering the 2025 state hockey tournament for the OHSAA radio network. He can also be heard covering NHL hockey on ONN affiliate WBNS FM in Columbus. I'll talk with Ryan about the rise in high school hockey participation and which teams to look out for that could make a run to Columbus in March. That's next. This is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
This is ONN.
I'm Eric Reeser. Ryan Baker is my guest. He'll be covering the Ohio State Hockey Tournament for the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network. The OHSAA has sanctioned ice hockey since 1978, but less than 100 of the more than 750 high schools in the Buckeye State field an ice hockey team. That number has risen over the years. I asked Ryan what he attributed the increase to.
I think the growth that you've really seen is kind of in the South, like the central region and the South region of the state, because I feel like you've always had the hockey programs up north. You've had the St. Ignatiuses, the Toledo, St. Francis de Sales. You've had those teams up there, but you've seen, especially in Columbus, the teams really start to get better, so much so that you saw Olentangy Liberty win a state title 2 years ago with their hockey team. And I think that's directly tied, obviously, to the Columbus Blue Jackets coming to town, and, you know, they came to town in 2000. They really started the youth hockey programs, and you're seeing those kids that started back then start to come up through the levels, more of them playing together. And it's really awesome to see, because the game of hockey, a lot of schools only had club teams for the longest time, and there's still some like that, but now you're seeing more and more schools bring on hockey as an official OHSAA program at their school.
Ryan mentioned the St. Ignatius Wildcats, the state champions in 2024. They're the number 1 seed in the Brooklyn region and look to make a push to the state championship game Sunday, March 9th at Nationwide Arena in Columbus. The semifinal games will happen the day prior on Saturday, March 8th. I asked Ryan who else he could see in Columbus on March 8th.
When you talk about the Northern Ohio schools, it's St. Ignatius, it's University School, it's Toledo, St. Francis de Sales. All of them were there last year, and all of them probably have a great chance to get there again. It's going to be interesting to see who makes it from Central Ohio. New Albany is really good this year. Olentangy Liberty, we mentioned they won a state title 2 years ago. They may have the best player in the state on their team in Jake Struck. He's in the top 10 all time in OHSAA scoring. That kid, all he does is win. He's won a state title in hockey, football, and lacrosse now. Andrew Leonard, another one of those players on that football team, is also on that team. He's a very good player too. Upper Arlington has a pretty good squad this year as well. In fact, I think they beat Olentangy Liberty at one point earlier in this year. So it's going to be fun to see who makes it to Nationwide Arena here that second weekend of March.
All right, you heard him. Ryan Baker. You can hear him on the OHSAA Radio Network in the coming months, covering boys and girls state tournament action, as well as the OHSAA Hockey Tournament. He can also be found on ONN affiliate WBNS FM in Columbus. For more information on the OHSAA and high school postseason tournament action, visit OHSAA.org. I'm Eric Reeser, and this has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops.
Halftime here at John Glenn, where the Muskies lead Minerva 31-17 at the break. Let's take a look at some quick numbers from the first half. For John Glenn, they were led by Steele Bates, 4 field goals, a triple, 1 of 1 from the line for 12. CJ Dolan had 10 points, 4 points for Braden Davis, a tray for Cole Robinson, and a basket for Ben Stom. For Minerva, Braxton Keister led the way with 7, 3 for Owen Schick, 4 for Rowan Hoffey, 1 of 2 from the line for Jaden Yeager, and a basket for Skylar Labb. What about numbers for stats, Zach?
So on my end, I got some rebound numbers here coming in for John Glenn. Tied for highest rebounds of the night, Brendan Davis and Steele Bates both tied with 5 apiece. Then you've got Ben Stom with 1, Cole Robinson with 1, CJ Dolan and Cooper Briggs also both with 2. If we move on over here to Minerva, we're going to look at some more rebounds. You got 1 for Yeager, 1 for Cassidy, 4 for Keister, and 1 for Braden Wood.
All right, so we are set to begin the second half from John Glenn. The Muskies will send out Cooper Briggs, CJ Dolan, Will Nikolazakis, Braden Davis, and Steele Bates. For Minerva, they will have Owen Schick, Jaden Yeager, Rowan Hoffey, Braxton Keister, and Braden Wood. The Muskies will inbound the basketball on the far side of the gym floor from their bench. Minerva, let's see if they will stay in their 2-3. Looks like they're going to sit in that 2-3 zone defense. John Glenn with the basketball on the right wing area with Nikolazakis. Back on top. Look inside to steal Bates at the high post. Drive inside by Nikolazakis. Goes to the corner. 3 ball on the way for the Muskies. Perfect.
Man.
That's Cooper Briggs with his first basket of the game. And it's a triple. Here comes Minerva back the other way. They score on the run. Nice looking drive that time by Rowan Hoffey. He has 6. Here come the Muskies back the other way. Steal Bates wide open. Tries to force inside. Stolen away by Minerva. Stolen back by the Muskies. On top it's Briggs. C.J. Dolan now with the basketball. He picks it up. At the high post is Braden Davis. Nikolazakis back to Briggs. Briggs, 2 dribbles. Steal Bates, high post to Nikolazakis. And then that half spot underneath to Davis. Nikolazakis holds. He'll swing across the court. 3 ball on the way. Perfect.
Bang, bang. 2 threes in a row. C.J. Dolan.
Yep. All of a sudden, 37-17. A 20-point lead for the Muskies. And they continue to put the pressure on. Double team in the corner. Back on top. Minerva swings it around. Nowhere to go is Jaden Yerger. He will come back on top for Rowan Hoffey. Hoffey holds John Glenn in the man-to-man. And with the basketball now is Owen Schick. And they swing it around. Ball back to the high post, and then they swing to the right wing. Nice looking drive, and then knocked out of bounds. I think it's going to go on Nikolazakis, and that would be his 3rd for the Muskies.
And it's interesting for John Glenn on the defensive side now, when they're running that man-to-man, they're switching everything. Nobody's trying to go through a pick. Nobody's trying to go through anything like that. They're switching immediately on everybody as we get a deep 3 for Minerva.
That's a long one from Rowan Hoffey. And then knocked out of bounds by Davis. Ball will stay in the hands of the Lions. So I think, I don't call it desperation, Zach, but maybe out of character to try and shoot that. There's another long 3. That's not going to go either. Rebounded offensively by Minerva and in.
Hey, I mean, you got to give up for the effort there for Hoffey. Nice, strong board. Gets the ball and throws it back up in off the glass.
Hoffey has 8. John Glenn a little lackadaisical that time on the trip. I'm sure they'll get it sharp. Steal Bates, nice looking pass inside to Braden Davis. High-low from Bates to Davis. They were trying to set that up the whole first half. And it worked that time.
Yeah, and you've seen it happen in some of these other possessions as Minerva's trying to break this press here. You've seen it happen where that 2-3 zone keeps coming out further and further as we get a shot attempt here. As long as that 2-3 zone keeps coming out like that man on the line there on the baseline, number 24, Davis, he's going to be open all day long.
Hoffey on the miss, back to the high post and Bates. Another 3 ball on the way for the Muskies, perfect. That's C.J. Dolan.
Wow.
C.J. Dolan has 16. Back for a 3-ball contest for Minerva. That's Schick. I don't think that's in their DNA, Zach.
No.
They're coming down and firing. And John Glenn back inside.
Nice
to
pass.
Davis, another one.
Wow. And that's exactly what you're saying, Howard. Minerva is being made to play outside of themselves right now. They're trying to be quick. They're trying to get baskets up in a hurry. As we get another loose ball here, Minerva's in trouble.
10? Yep.
That's going to be it.
And a 10-second call goes against Minerva. So, not to talk too poorly of the Lions.
No.
A little bit of desperation offense here in this 3rd quarter. Just coming down and firing away.
Right.
That's not going to get them back in the game.
Yeah, John Glenn totally has them out of sorts right now. They're not running any sets. They're not running any plays. They're just strictly coming down. Who has the best chance to shoot a 3, and that's not going to win this ball game.
Holding the Muskies, that's Davis in the corner. He will come back on top to C.J. Dolan. Will swing over to Cooper Briggs.
Now watch this 2-3 zone just slip out further and further.
That's Davis on top. Steele Bates has it now. It looks like Minerva.
They switched it up.
Yeah, they're going to go man. Another pass inside to Davis, way out on top to Cooper Briggs. So John Glenn will have to adjust here as Minerva goes man for the first time in the game. So they will run their offense. Nope, they'll shoot the 3 ball in and out for Dolan. Rebounded on the floor. It belongs to Minerva. Under 4 minutes to go. Then a drive by the Lions. Shot is missed, but a couple of free throws coming for Hoffey.
That was about a heat check shot if I've ever seen one. CJ quite a few steps away from the three-point line. Said, you know what, I've hit 2 or 3 already this half. I'm feeling myself. I'm going to throw this one up there.
Cooper Briggs on the personal foul. Rowan Hoffey on the 2 free throws. There's the first one.
Got some substitutions coming in here. Looks like Glaub will come in, as will Robinson. Briggs is going to sit. And I didn't see who the other was sitting. Yeah, brought in 2 substitutions. Nikolazakis, gotcha.
One more coming for Minerva. Second one on the way, good. Hoffey's leading the way for the Lions with 10 points of their 23. And they're going to try and press now at 1-3-1 across the timeline, and then a double back to Bates. I was going to say this is trouble because you break the press, but John Glenn misses the little bunny inside, and then another trying to throw long for Minerva. Back to Steele Bates. Bates driving inside is Dolan. He's hammered. He'll go to the line.
Yeesh. Nothing like taking an elbow to the neck on that one.
Jaden Yerger has the personal foul, and C.J. Dolan goes to the line for a couple of free throws. 44-23, 3:27 to go here in the third quarter. First one's good. John Glenn, 2 of 2 free throw shooting here in this game. Not a lot of free throws.
No.
Again, a great officiating crew tonight. Second one. Got it.
Yeah, I don't have any complaints on that front at all. This has been a very well officiated game.
Across the timeline, and then to the corner. Long ball on the way, in and out from Schick. Rebounded by John Glenn.
Ooh.
They throw it away, and a 3-on-2, a little Euro step layup for Jaden Yerger. Well, John Glenn really on the run. It's Braden Davis.
Wow.
He scores the layup.
Said, hey, I know you just hit a finger roll. Let's throw it all the way down the court, and we're going to catch you sleeping.
48-25 in favor of John Glenn. Minerva sees the double team. They come back out on top. Looking is Keister. Goes to the left wing. Another long ball on the way.
Hey.
It's good. Tell you
Nice
what,
shot.
Rowan Hoffey. And we're going to get a timeout. That's going to give us an opportunity to go over our great list of sponsors. West 40 Auto Sales, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, State Farm, Allen Hunter, Spectrum Sales, Wakefield Dental, Surgic Construction, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Valentine Insurance. Our Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game will be from John Glenn. And the Bradley Lending Team, where First Ohio Home Finance has brought to you scoreboard updates all season long. So, Zach, it's become a track meet, the open gym offense, full force.
Yep, I feel like I'm watching a pickup game at some points in this. Just ball being thrown full court, being stolen, thrown full court again, knocked out of bounds, couple threes hit. It's been a chaotic game and a fast game as far as I'm concerned, as we've got 2:35 left here to go in the third quarter, as John Glenn and Steele Bates will bring the ball up now.
Yeah, 1-3-1, half-court trap for Minerva. John Glenn gets it across. In the corner, wide open is Stom. He'll bury the deuce.
Another bucket for Stom there. He's hit a couple tonight, a 3 and a 2 at least.
He's at 4. He is on the ball to the corner. The Lions. Checking in also is Lucas Blair. Minerva throws it away back to John Glenn.
Right idea there by Keister to try and find the cut man coming down through the paint, but just outside of his outstretched fingers, can't quite get it. Turnover, John Glenn basketball.
Steele Bates, Cooper Briggs. Briggs crossover dribble, goes back to Bates. Bates drives, holds, and then back on top. Stom holds, brings it back out. You know, they have so many guards too, John Glenn. Every one of these guys can handle the ball. Drive inside by the Muskies, missed by Cole Robinson, rebounded off to Minerva, and they come the other way, and they will fire another 3-ball for the Lions. That's a good one by Jaden Yerger. Minerva not afraid to shoot the 3 here in this third quarter. John Glenn across the timeline with Robinson. Bates swings it over. Stom has it. And throws back on top for Cooper Briggs. Briggs stolen away by Jordan Yerger. And Cooper Briggs on the foul. So, you know, John Glenn has put a lot of points on the board here in this third quarter, Zach. But they've been a little sloppy. You know, they've been a little bit out of character.
Yeah, the tightness from the first half has kind of left the John Glenn Muskies here in this second half. But it's one of those things where, you know, with the lead, you know, things might get a little lackadaisical here. But that's not exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Sheck, and you're going to be running into some teams here later in this playoff run that they want to make. These are areas right now where you may not be playing Minerva. You need to keep it tight.
Yerger makes the first free throw, makes the second. Yeah, Minerva has 16 points here in this third quarter.
It's not like they're not scoring.
Yeah, well, again, I think John Glenn, you know, they've probably taken the pedal off.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Drive inside.
Whoa.
Nice one by Dolan. Gets his own rebound, and then a three ball off the iron, rebounded on the floor to Minerva. 50-33, John Glenn, comfortable lead. And they have it. Here comes another three.
That's going up.
Yep, that's off the back iron, rebounded offensively by Braden Wood after the shot from Schick. And back on top, Rowan Hoffey. To the corner, knocked out of bounds by Steele Bates.
Boy, I don't think Hoffey could have telegraphed that pass anymore. Dolan knew exactly when it was coming out of his hands there. Easy knock out of bounds.
John Glenn stays man-to-man. Inbounds pass, stolen away by Dolan. Boy, he's had a great defensive stand here in this basketball game. To the corner for the three, off the iron, but then rebounded inside, up, and it's in by Cole Robinson. Robinson has 5, 52-33, full court press by John Glenn. Across the timeline. Minerva does a pretty good job of breaking it, and then a three in transition, saved, but then right to Minerva. That's Jordan Yerger. That will end the third quarter. We'll be back here in just 60 seconds. It's 52-35.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at the Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
All right, we are back for the fourth quarter, Zach. 52-35, John Glenn. They outscored Minerva 21-18 in a really quick and action-packed third quarter.
This whole game's been quick and action-packed. It's not even 8 o'clock. We're in the fourth quarter.
All right. So if you had someplace to go tonight, you'll get there.
Yeah, you can still make your hot date, Howard.
If it's a date, it won't be hot. All right, with the basketball, Cooper Briggs across the timeline. Briggs, crossover dribble, picks it up, gets help from Steele Bates. Minerva stays man-to-man, Zach.
Yeah, and I don't hate it because that 2-3 zone was kind of getting eaten up there. So let's see what they can do here in the man-to-man.
John Glenn with Steele Bates on top. Gets the high ball screen from Davis. Reverses over to Dolan. He'll go all the way to the basket.
Oh, it's in.
And what are we going to get a foul? I think it's going to come on the floor.
Oh, man.
Before the shot.
That was a heck of a take through the contact, a little up and under, you know.
Braden Woods, personal fouls his first. John Glenn in and out on the shot. And it rebounded off to Minerva. If they stay in character, they're going to shoot a three here pretty quickly.
There it is. Oh,
Ooh,
no.
There
There it is.
It's off the back iron, rebounded by C.J. Dolan. Here comes John Glenn.
Dolan's 5th board of the night.
Wide open inside for the Muskies. Braden Davis on the press offense.
They don't make buckets any easier than that.
He has 12 as he runs the floor. 54-35 in favor of John Glenn.
Oh,
Steal
no.
by Nikolazakis. He's going to have a solo trip and score the layup easy.
You know how I said they don't make buckets any easier than that? I think I just I proved myself wrong. That looked even easier.
Yes, it was. All right, so will Minerva shoot it again? Yes, they will. In and out, rebounded to John Glenn. Double team. That Steele Bates double team needs some help. Nice job by Dolan of being in the right place to help on the press offense. That's Nikolazakis. He'll shoot the 3. Rebounded off to Minerva. Nearly stolen away by Nikolazakis. Back comes Hoffey. He's rejected by Dolan. Knocked out of bounds. Stays with Minerva.
Dolan's 2nd block of the night. He had the block 3 over here in the corner, and now one down here in the paint. I mean, Dolan's all over the place.
Yeah, I think unofficially I've got him for 3 steals also. Maybe 4. Bounce pass comes to Owen Schick. Drive inside, and then a kick back. 3 ball on the way. That's off the iron. Kicked around. Belongs to Nikolazakis off the Yargo miss. Back again comes Davis running the floor. Scores the basket.
Way to reward your big man for getting that tip out there and getting the rebound, hitting him up on the opposite end of the floor, getting him the easy basket.
Yeah, he's been the beneficiary of some really nice passes.
Yes, he has.
58-35. Nice look inside and in the basket for the Lions. That's Owen Schick. He has 5. Double team by Minerva. Steele Bates gets across the timeline with Cooper Briggs to the corner. 3 ball on the way. In and out. Rebounded by Davis. Back on top. Nikolazakis will shoot the 3. Got it.
Rolled around every inch of the rim, but hey, it still went down. That's a 3 where I come from.
61-37 in favor of John Glenn. Dolan on the basketball. Ball picked up. It's in the hands of Yerger. Long ball from the corner. Good.
Hey.
That's Schick. Schick lighting it up. He has 8, including a couple triples. That's Cooper Briggs. Briggs to Bates. Bates drives inside, all the way to the basket. Score the layup. Draw the foul. Go to the line.
Steele Bates with just the slightest little bit of a pump fake there. Gets his defender off his feet just enough for him to pivot, go around. Nice easy layup off the glass with the right hand. Beautiful move by Steele Bates.
Yeah, rinse and repeat for John Glenn.
Exactly.
Noah Deaver checks into the lineup for the Muskies. He will replace Cooper Briggs. Briggs sits down with 3 points. Bates free throw, got it.
Yeah, and you might see some more subs come in here as this 4th quarter starts to come to a close.
64-40. John Glenn, comfortable lead. Minerva with the basketball. They go inside, then a kick to the corner for another 3. Good.
Hey.
What? They are really shooting very well. 64-43.
2 in a row for Schick from the same spot.
Here comes Schick ahead to Glob. Glob to Davis. Davis inside, spin dribble. Shot up. No good. Rebounded. Here comes Minerva on the run. They've got it in the corner. They will go and steal by Bates as Minerva tries to throw inside. Bates holds, goes to the corner, and then knocked out of bounds by Minerva with 3:57 to go. And John Glenn 64-43 in the lead.
I don't think it would really matter very much at this point, but I'm pretty sure that should have been Minerva ball there.
Yeah, we'll see if the next one goes back the other way. And that is Dolan with the dribble to the high post for Davis. And then back to the basketball is Andrew Glob. Glob drives, kicks to the corner, and that is Dolan on the runner, misses the shot, tips the ball out for the shot, no good. Rebounded off to Minerva. And here they come again with Hoffey. Hoffey bulldozes his way in and scores the basket.
Yeah, he was not going to be stopped on that one. He said, I'm going to the rack. I don't care what happens to me.
And I think guys wisely got out of the way.
Yeah.
And Steele Bates over to Noah Deaver. And Muskies throw it away, but it will stay in their hands. Substitution, Braden Wood for Minerva. He replaces Jaden Jurgen.
Yeah, Deaver saw Dolan coming up on that back cut there. Didn't quite have enough juice on the pass to get it to him before it was slapped out of bounds.
Steele Bates drives inside, bumped, kicks it back out, and then a shot on the baseline is good. That's Noah Deaver with his first basket.
Yep, nice little spot-up jump shot there for Deaver as he hits 1 for 2.
Across the timeline comes Minerva. They kick it around. Another 3-ball coming. Back iron. Rebounded by Steele Bates. John Glenn in possession with Bates and the basketball. 2:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bates behind the back dribble. Clears everybody out of the way. Drives baseline. Reverses it on top to C.J. Dolan. Dolan holds. Now drives. Kicks over to Glob. Glob drives. Picks it up. And on top to Bates. Bates thinks about it. And then drives baseline. Inside. Nice look. Shot missed. Rebounded to Minerva. It was Deaver.
Steal.
Stolen away. And that is Glob. Long ball in the corner for Dolan. Back iron. Rebounded off to Minerva. And here come the Lions. Back the other way. Layup scored for Ryan Hoffey.
Yeah, Hoffey doing his darndest to try and break this deficit, but
he's got 17. It's 66-47. John Glenn hasn't been able to get to that 20-point margin and stay there. We're going to get a timeout here, and then we're going to get some more subs for the Muskies.
Number 11, Jaden Jurgen.
yeah, 66-47, minute 46 here in the fourth quarter. This is exactly what you expect to see from Coach Sheck. He's going to empty the benches, give his guys some rest, bring out the reserves, and let them get in here and take this one home. So now in the game here, we've got. Go ahead, Howard.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got substitutions for John Glenn. We'll get those identified here in just a second. Here's Glob on the floor. Also in is Ben Stamm back in the lineup. Stamm will drive inside, pick up the dribble, go to Cole Robinson. He'll score the basket.
Boy, Robinson put somebody on the ground there. That was Ryan Cassidy, man.
Also Lucas Blair on the floor for the Muskies. Whistle, timeout for substitution.
From Minerva, number 23, Skylar Lab.
Skylar Lab re-enters for the Lions of Minerva. Noah Deaver also on the floor for the Muskies. Down to 115, 68-47. So they've led 15-20, but they haven't been able to extend it. But I think they're very happy with this.
Yeah, that's nothing you're going to stick your nose up at. You know, playoff game like this, at home, bringing one like this for the home fans is nice.
Minerva, drive coming, kick around, 3-ball on the way from the corner, air ball by Jurger, rebounded, and another 3-ball coming for Minerva, bang. That's Carson Early, one of the late entries for Minerva, 68-50, John Glenn, behind the back dribble for the Muskies, and then they pick it up. They will go inside. Robinson has it rejected, picked up by Minerva with 30 seconds to go, and stolen back by the Muskies. He will get a little run out and score the layup. Noah Deaver has 4. 70-50. What are we going to get? More substitutions. So emptying the bench for Minerva. Quickly, let's go. West 40 Auto Sales is sponsored. Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, State Farm, Allen Hunter, Spectrum Sales, Wakefield Dental, Surgeon Construction, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Valentine Insurance. Scoreboards all season brought to you by Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance. And finally, our Knock 9 Pizza Player of the Game will be presented following this contest. Down to 10 seconds to go here in the game. Lots of subs on the floor for both teams. Linkus for Minerva misses the shot, gets his own rebound, shot up again, rebounded finally by the Muskies. Now that will end the basketball game as it's going to end up 70-50 in favor of John Glenn, and they will stay here Friday night. Well, they will host the Fido Electrics we'll be right here for that one. And we're going to try and figure out our player of the game here, and we will have that award coming up. We hope to have C.J. Dolan for the Muskies as our player of the game. All right, we're going to step aside for a couple of minutes, add up some of our numbers, so stay with us. You're listening to High School Basketball WILE, where tonight John Glenn defeats Minerva 70-50.
Doan Ford is proud to introduce the ultimate adventure companion, the Bronco 4-door advanced 4x4 Badlands. With a powerful 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine and 7-speed manual transmission, conquer any terrain with confidence. Featuring a soft-top 4-inch lift and massive 35-inch tires. Adventure knows no bounds. Stay connected and in control with an 8-inch digital screen while enjoying added convenience with power-heated mirrors and auto high-beam headlamps. Plus equipped with a Smitty-built winch. Be prepared for any challenge. Don't miss out on this incredible deal. DoanFord.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
At People's Bank, we're more than just a bank. As a community bank, we are committed to where we work and live, giving back to the organizations you care about through sponsorships, donations, and volunteer hours. When you bank with People's, you're not just a client, you're part of a community of neighbors helping neighbors. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC. Visit us at pebo.com.
Spectrum Sales, 1927 East Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, is your one-stop metal shop. They feature heat-formed metal provided by North Star Metals, as well as vinyl siding and other products from MRV Supply. Now offering a new pattern of metal board and batten, which is becoming a much sought-after item in the barn dominium home production, as well as being an alternative to vinyl siding for those who just want a new look with an old-style feel. They have a spectrum of colors available to choose from. Stop by and visit their shop or give them a call, 740-432-4484. They'd be honored to show you why they can be your one-stop metal shop. Quality and service will not be compromised. Spectrum Sales, 1927 East Wheeling Avenue, Cambridge. Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
Surgeon Construction is leading the way in commercial and industrial construction. This is Jason Emsch, and we are committed to providing exceptional construction experience from pre-construction through project completion. Our success is measured by exceeding our clients' expectations. See our past and previous projects at Cambridge YMCA and New Educational Center at Jurassic Park and FMJ Shooting Range, just to name a few. Find us online at surgeon.construction and like us on Facebook.
Surgeon Construction. We'll take it from here.
Protect what matters most with Valentine Insurance right here in Cambridge. Whether it's your home, car, or business, our team is dedicated to finding the perfect coverage to fit your needs. We understand the importance of peace of mind, and we're here to make sure you're prepared for life's unexpected moments. With local expertise and personalized service, you can trust Valentine Insurance to keep you covered. Stop by or give us a call today at 260-6699. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
Looking for trusted dental care for the whole family? Dr. Darcy Wakefield and the team at Wakefield Dental have you covered. From pediatric to general and orthodontic care, they offer a full range of services. At Wakefield Dental, they focus on individualized treatment plans that not only create beautiful smiles, but build lasting confidence. Schedule your consultation today. Call 740-435-3100 or go to drwakefieldDDS.com.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Welcome back, everybody, to the post game here on WILE, where the John Glenn Muskies in the sectional opener defeat Minerva 70-50. We have the privilege of being joined by guard C.J. Dolan of the Muskies. And by the way, C.J., you are the player of the game, so congratulations. You get Lock 9 pizza, but you got to share it.
Thank you.
I'll give you my home phone number. All right, just give me a call. I'll pick you up. We'll split some pizza. And
perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be waiting for me, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it was a great game by you guys tonight. Minerva came out in a zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like most teams, you don't see much zone these days. Everybody plays man. Did you guys know they were going to go 2-3?
Yeah, we did. We had that scouted. We had their they had a 1-3-1 press as well that they really didn't run versus us very much. I don't know why they didn't run that much, but yeah, we had that scouted.
Yeah, good job. And then they eventually went man, I think, when they saw that you guys were just shelling it around. You know, you used that half spot, you know, very effectively. And then when you went high-low, had you guys worked on that too?
Yeah, once again, just in that preparation and practice, we'd go watch film and then we'd go down to the court and work on it.
Also very impressive tonight, CJ. You're changing defensive transition. You guys, I looked around and you know there were 3 or 4 different times where after a made basket or even after a miss, you guys were in something different, and it just confused the heck out of Minerva.
Yeah, we run like our obviously 100% fly around, and then we have that little back off a little bit, kind of get teams to slow down and try to have to think of us differently. And then there's just times where we just play basketball and defense.
You guys play Philo Friday night. In a rematch, they ended up with the bye here in the sectional tournament. Is that something, CJ, looking ahead where you're kind of glad to play them because you've seen them, or would you rather play somebody in the tournament you haven't seen?
No, we like playing somebody we've seen. Obviously, they're going to come in fired up and saying we've already beaten them twice. And, you know, they say it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, so we got to come out and stay focused and still perform, even though we've already beat them a couple times.
Home court advantage has to be huge for you guys, especially in tournaments where it's one and done.
Yeah, we have yet to lose at home, knock on wood, but
right. Yeah,
it's
I
huge.
saw that 10-0.
Yeah, having our fans there come support us every single night, and we shout out to them, and yeah, it helps having home court.
How much does it really help you guys when the coach plays 10 guys? I mean, you know, I remarked in the pregame, CJ, that of all the teams we've covered, you guys probably play the most players. I mean, you know, how does coach manage to keep that rotation going?
Yeah, we are blessed to have a lot of guys that love basketball, and they come and they actually work on it, and they play and play and play. And being able to run guys out helps us with that press and be able to stay up and not wear down across the game. Playing a team that only plays probably 6 guys at most helps wear them down. Then we just kind of get in a groove and then take over.
All right, C.J. Dolan, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Best of luck here Friday night. We'll be here. And, again, our player of the game, thank you, C.J. Dolan. We're going to step aside. We'll come back with more, so stay with us. John Glenn wins the opener, 70-50. I don't know if we'll get the lock down. They were jacking it in the second half. We are joined here at the post game, and Coach Eric Scheck, glad to be a part of the afternoon or evening, I should say. Congratulations, Coach. You got the one out of the way. Probably the toughest one in the tournaments.
Yeah, and anytime it's the first game, there's always that fear that you might lose, and of course, a head coach is probably worried about that more than anybody. But it was nice to come out. I don't think we played a great first half there. Kind of went through a lull in the second quarter, but anytime you can get a win and keep up our defensive pressure, you're kind of excited about it.
I was asking CJ about. Were you guys surprised that they came out in a 2-3?
No.
You said you guys had seen it, but I thought your adjustment, you used that half spot and then the high-low. That was just as good as zone offense as I've seen this year.
Well, I appreciate that, but it's one of those things where we kind of did our homework on those guys just because they're not from this area. We didn't know anything about them, so we and credit to my staff, I really put a lot of it on their shoulders to kind of break all that stuff down and then feed it to me. But we kind of expected them to play that zone just to kind of keep them because they're not very deep. But their top five is pretty good, and that zone kind of keeps them out of foul trouble and kind of slows the game down a little bit. But I thought we did a good enough job. Of course, if we hit shots, we can be tough to guard, but we still had a lot of careless turnovers against that. But overall, I was very pleased with our effort.
Also, one of the things that was very impressive tonight, Coach, was your transition defense. You were able to change things on the fly, even after misses. You were able to do a little. I saw some run and jump with Will Nikolazakis. I saw you change from the 1-2-2 back to a different half-court look. Is that something you worked on for this team, or you've done all year?
No, that's just something that we do all the time. We practice off of makes, off of misses, and we have different rotations that we have based on misses and makes and all that stuff. So that's stuff that we practice and we work on, and we're kind of fortunate that we have some guys that have different roles, like a Nikolazakis, like a Glob. They have a little bit different role than maybe CJ and Steele have out of that. But everybody's got to play hard, and I thought we did a nice job of that tonight, just kind of taking them out of what they like to do.
Finally, Coach, then we'll let you go. We know you've got other things. You play Philo Friday night. The good news is you're here.
Right.
I asked CJ the same thing. Is it difficult to prepare again for a team you're so used to seeing?
It's difficult to prepare for anybody, but it's one of those things that we're kind of familiar with them, but they're also going to be familiar with us, and so our guys will be excited to play. We didn't play great down at their place, and they really gave us all that we could handle there, especially in the first half. So those guys are going to be ready to play. They're going to be fired up to come over here. I think we played them. Pretty sure it was last year that we played them in a tournament here too. So, and I know Coach Trout very well. So I know he's going to have those guys fired up. Do you want to play the same team 3 times? Probably not, but it is what it is, and you got to go with it.
Okay, again, congratulations, Coach, on a big win in the sectional opener, and we will see you Friday night.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, we will take one last break. We'll come back and we'll sign out. So, again, the John Glenn Muskies win 70-50. We'll be back here in just a minute or so.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Today is the day you make changes, the day you have looked forward to, the day you take a step to see the you before addiction. And it all starts right here at the Residence, an in-bed facility that designs your recovery to your needs, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Crystal Reynolds for Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. Our approach is personal, and it is as individual as your needs. We are here for you. Call 855-692-7247.
Experience luxury and power like never before with the Ford F-150. Available now at Doane Ford. With its sleek exterior, EcoBoost V6 engine, and low miles, these F-150s are ready for any adventure. Enjoy modern conveniences like power windows, locks, cruise control, and a climate-controlled cab. Don't miss out on this exceptional driving experience. Visit Doane Ford today, located at 66870 Belmont Morristown Road, or visit them online at DoaneFord.com.
97.7 on your FM dial. We're WILE FM, Byesville, Cambridge.
Final score tonight, John Glenn 70, Minerva 50. Scoring for the Muskies, Cooper Briggs with 3, C.J. Dolan 18, 5 for Will Nikolazakis, 14 Braden Davis, 15 Steele Bates, 7 Cole Robinson, 4 for Ben Stom, 4 for Noah Deaver. Lucas Blair and Andrew Glob did not score. 4 from the free throw line for the Muskies. For Minerva, the Lions, they bow out at 10-13. John Glenn improves to 19-4. 11 for Owen Schick. Jordan Yerger led the way for the Lions with 12. Oh, I should say Ryan Hoffey had 17. He was their leading scorer. 7 for Braxton Keister, 2 Skylar Labb, and a 3 for Carson Early. They were 5 of 7 from the free throw line. So, Zach, we will be right back here Friday night as the Muskies host Philo. Your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, and real quick before I get out my final thoughts here, I've got my 2 little kiddos listening, so I want to say hello to Alex and Elena. Now go inside and go to bed, listen to your mom, and be good. So as far as
the key word is listen to your
and
mom.
listen to your mother. You always got to listen to your mother. But yes, especially tonight, listen to your mother, go to bed, be good. I will see you later. Anyway, final thoughts on the game here tonight. It was kind of everything that we thought it would be come, we were talking come pregame. John Glenn, the press, the defensive pressure, all of that stuff, consistent shooting from guys like C.J. Dolan and Brendan Davis down low, running on that baseline there against the 2-3 most of the game. Just one of those things where everything just seemed to line up right for John Glenn tonight, and Minerva just really didn't quite have the firepower to stay in this one with JG, even though despite their best efforts and a couple of their guys, especially Rowan Hoffey, bringing in a couple trays there, especially late, just wasn't quite enough tonight. And the Lions are going to have to go back home and lick their wounds as you're one to do, and we're going to have to get back at it next year and try to make a run again.
Meanwhile, the Muskies will be back here Friday night, as will we. One final note in terms of our great sponsors, Bradley Lending Team with First Ohio Home Finance brings you scoreboard updates. C.J. Dolan was our Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game. Valentine Insurance, Stoney's RV Sales and Service, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Surgeon Construction, Wakefield Dental, West 40 Auto Sales, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, People's Bank, State Farm Allen Hunter, and Spectrum Sales. Our thanks to Zach Chrisman here on my left, Dalton Gambita, Mike Mitchell, and Brett Klein, who puts this all together. You know, we need to make a special note. He worked so hard on all these scheduling of games. So, again, thanks to Brett.
Brett's the man.
Yep, that's going to do it from John Glenn High School. We will talk to you on Friday. Thanks for listening, everybody. Final score 70-50. Good night.
You've been listening to high school basketball on WILE Byesville, Cambridge. High school basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports.